good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion. How are you all doing today? I'm doing great. I am excited because Scott Michaels and I are fulfilling a little bit of a bucket wish for him. He's actually been to Gibsonton before, but I never have. But he wanted to see the museum that we're gonna see today, and when he came through, wasn't open. So he's gonna help turn me on to the wonderful history of the circus here at the Showmen's Museum. Scott, why did you want to see this so much?
Just the history of, I'm a big fan of freak shows, and I know it's on PC, but they existed, that's history. And Ward Hall sort of assembled this whole collection of all the circus memorabilia, all the history. Everyone's documented in here. So we wanted to get here, but COVID shut it down the last time we were here, so it's open, and this is just an amazing opportunity. So very excited to finally see this place.
And this was basically like the hometown of the people from the circus when when they weren't on the road.
Yeah, I mean, not just the performers, but the guys that work the cotton candy. If you drive through the roads around here, you'll see old deserted, way in the back, old cotton candy trucks that have been sitting there for decades, and it's all the ride operators. This is just where they ended up. I think it's near the Ringling Brothers headquarters, so I think that's why they gravitated here, and it was cheap and nobody bothered them, and that whole scene is kind of gone. Everyone's died. There's just little remnants of it here.
But at least we have this to check out some of the cool moments.
Yeah,
so
excited.
Daze with Jordan the Lion and dearly departed Scott Michaels.
Google gobble.
Begins right now. There's some old Cole Brothers circus trucks, the Royal American shows. It's technically called the International Independent Showmen's Museum. Circus are the thing of the past these days. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. It's kind of interesting right over here by this truck. They have some memorials for different people, including performers, and you can see here Sam the Candyman, different amusements. Look at all this cool stuff. The Rocky Road to Dublin 1920s car. Well, here we go. This is pretty cool. The Wall of Death is in front of us right away. Because right here is one of the Wall of Death motorcycles from 1964. Harley Davidson 250 Sprint, used on the Motordome. And here's Lillian LaFrance, one of the riders. And actually her whole outfit. There you can see some of the Wall of Death right there. The Motordome, or Wall of Death, is one of the most popular shows in the Midway, and every carnival in any size carried it. These thrilling shows featured daredevil motorcycle riders and specially built midget hot rod cars scaling the circular straight up and down board walls of the silo domes as they were known. And you have tons of old circus signs, and then you walk in here to this, an old 1947 popcorn trailer with an attendant in there working, making your popcorn. And the Viking giant is represented here, statue of him, 425 pounds, the largest man since Goliath era. And right down here it says this is the original costume worn by Johann in the 1950s, so that is his actual Viking costume. And I went and just talked to the lady who was working here, and she said, yeah, we had to actually get the mannequin made to fit the costume, whereas in most cases, you would fit the clothes to the man. She said this time we had to fit the man to the clothes. Wow, that's pretty freaking cool. See his actual real belt. Don't tell anybody, but I'm gonna touch it. Neat. That's a pretty cool case. All kinds of pictures of him in there. Then over here they have an old Foley and Burke Shows pennant from 1916, flown from the top of their carousel. An old tilt-a-whirl sign from, says the original sign from the very first tilt-a-whirl, 1926, Wildwood Park, White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Little kid's fire truck, and then the entrance to the fun house. That's pretty interesting. And then look at this. The Cumberland Valley Shows truck, along with their sign. One thing the carnival owners of old knew the value of was advertising in every form. Sound truck gained popularity throughout the 1930s and 40s and 50s and came in all shapes and sizes. These vehicles, usually loaded with a dashboard-mounted amplifier and microphone like this one, and a battery of loudspeaker horns, drove slowly through the streets of a town playing stirring tunes while someone on the microphone blared out a continuous spiel extolling the many wonders to be found at the shows in Midway. This is how they would attract you and let you know that the show was in town, baby. Bring the family. Ancient sacrifices, man versus reptile. And then it says the earliest carnival rides were powered by mules and horses, and as technology advanced, steam engines took their place, but steam power had its own disadvantages as the heavy steam engines consumed vast quantities of wood and water, and the steel used in their construction was dubious qualities, occasionally resulting in disastrous explosions on the Midway. Speaking of tilt-a-whirl, here's one. First invented by Herbert Sellner in 1926, the tilt-a-whirl was certainly stood the test of time. There were 1,000 units manufactured over decades. Here's the variations on it. Oh, there's an old little popcorn cart. All kinds of stuff back here. World's largest stallion alive. Nightmare Alley featuring the mummy of Marie Way, preserved after death in Utah's Great Salt Lake. $10,000 if not a real human body. Oh, I'm betting they let us go in there. That's the Royal American Show's publicity train car. Here's a couple of bumper cars out here. Early 1940s auto scooter is what it was originally called before bumper cars. I bet when we get to the other side we'll get in there. There's the Tilt-a-Whirl ticket box, the original Tilt-a-Whirl. Sellner's ticket, you can see Sellner's Tilt-a-Whirl. 1949 ticket box, so not the original, but one that would have been used for his Tilt-a-Whirl. What do we have here? They have a full ride in here. The Hug-a-Tug. Look at that. They literally put the whole ride, including the guy that tells you how tall you have to be. That is pretty cool. I love all their concepts and the way they've laid this place out. Florida's Monster, as seen on TV's 911 Python capture. Here's an old double Ferris wheel, sky wheel cart. Let's see what else we have. Oh, they have a full carousel in here. Look at that. 1950 Alan Herschel American Beauty Carousel. It says this carousel was designed small in size to allow the smaller and younger kids to have access to ride the horses by themselves. Oh, cool. Look at the Skyfighter. And this is the other side of where that publicity trailer was. I just wanted to see this Sportland entrance. I love that kind of stuff. Here's the other side of the Hug-a-Tug that we just saw. And it looks like you actually can get in there. They have a Ferris wheel. And it's actually moving. That sucker is actually moving. Where are you going? Other than up, where are you going? And here's an old Ferris wheel. Oh my gosh, that looks terrifying. That just looks terrifying to me, that one. And here's another one. That is really cool that they have one that is actually in here moving. Bloody mama. This place is amazing. This place is truly amazing. I'm just doing kind of like a walking tour for you, but if you have time, you stop and check out all these various cases in the building. There's all kinds of memorabilia from different shows. All right. Let's go on in. Royal American Shows Publicity and Public Relations train car. Looks original too. Look at the floor. Oh, it smells old too. Oh, cool. Look at those old pictures. They're old performers. A couple of desks and offices in here. Not real big, but enough to get business done, right? Royal American. Wow, that is cool. In case they got thirsty, they had their little drink opener over here. Here they got a huge picture of all the various performers and everything in their Royal American Show of 1933. That is a pretty big cast. Alright, let's go check out the rest of the museum. We've only seen like a fourth of it. By the way, I dig the music. They show all kinds of cool little documentaries here while you're walking around. An old ride. Oh, and then here's some of the Buffalo Bills stuff. Buffalo's Wild West show. Wonderful top hat was once worn by the great Apache war chief Geronimo. Later in his colorful life, when he appeared as the headline attraction in Pawnee Bill's Wild West show. And there he is wearing one. Wow, this whole case is dedicated to, and it's all memorabilia of Buffalo Bill Cody. His jackets, his hat. He was one of the major stars. Even an autographed envelope up there. Him. Oh, look at that. They also have one of Annie Oakley, an autograph of Annie Oakley. And there is Buffalo Bill Cody's boots, his gloves. Says 36 caliber Navy Colt gun. Uniquely designed 36 caliber revolver was specifically designed for Buffalo Bill as a personal gift from Annie Oakley. Wow. And then Annie Oakley's shirt right here. And there's Annie Oakley. She was a big part of his show. And this is the costume worn by Lash LaRue in the Ghost Town Renegade movie. That was actually part of the shows. Mystery of Life Unborn shows. Hey, there's our buddy Scott over there. Hey, no filming. Okay, let's go see what's over here. Chitwoods.
Dirt tracks that are deep. Some
Oh, yeah.
horses race on, some the car.
Ooh, look at the ice cream. How does that work? I'm kind of figuring that you move them around through there, but I've never seen that before. An old Fiddlesticks ice cream. They even have a picture of one of the old ones here. It's kind of cool. Nice throwback in time. And here we have an old cotton candy machine. Really old. That's like an original popcorn machine. Oh, showing you candy apples and the sugar waffles. All the favorite foods that we all get. The corn dog cooker. I mean, look at this. That's very cool. And then here is Sam's Marble Slab Fudge, world famous fudge. We saw the little headstone to Sam out there, but they have another headstone right here on top. Basically the same ones out there. Sam the Candyman. And it's fantastic fudge. The Wreathhofer Packard. I was like wondering what kind of car that was. That is a beautiful Packard. An old Streets show car. Oh wow, see that? The bottom drops out. Oh, check this out. They're calling it tented midget shows. Would be little people now. It says, right from the earliest years of Carnival and Circus business, tiny talents played musical comedy sketches, vaudeville routines, and sang musical numbers over to the delight of millions of people. Oh wow, it said, Hitler considered midgets and dwarfs a subhuman species and summarily rounded them all up. Many starred in movies like the beloved Munchkins and the Hollywood classic Wizard of Oz and Todd Browning's cult classic Freaks. Here we have a top hat where it was used by the Klinkhardt midgets. So these are all, forgive me for using the word, that's just what it was called then, so I'm just reading it. Authentic and dates back to the 1920s. These are tap shoes and the uniform. There's Mike and Ike, the boxers, the midget starlets, it says. And there's a sign. There's Klinghardts. They just mentioned the top hats. Here's another one of the suits, and it says the waistcoat vest and trousers date from the 1920s and were once owned by John Sally, who was an original Munchkin in the original film The Wizard of Oz. Here's some of the costume hats from the circus. It says this was used on the Moulin Rouge show for the Royal American Circus. And they have, you can see, like tiaras and various headpieces. And then this is dedicated to the, it says the midget girl shows. So let's see, Gypsy Rose, the Paradise Review, whole stage and everything. I love that. They brought in like these stages from various shows. Here's another one from Freaks. You can see the Half Man. Chair belonging to Little Pete Terhune, the fire-eating dwarf. That is the Monkey Girl. And then that is, this is Ward Hall, King of the Sideshow Impresarios. Oh wow, look at that. Princess Luxura. Two-headed princess. Mummy. This is nuts. I just saw like the ticket booth for the Freak Show over here. You can see here like the half woman and everything, but look at this. I can't believe that's how they used to advertise it. That's unbelievable. Here's Daisy May, the two-nosed cow. And it says this is the Tochi twins, conjoined wonder. You can see two heads in there, and they're conjoined down here at the waist, where that strap is like holding them into the thing. Here's Punch and Judy. Wow, that's pretty cool. An old puppet box. Alright, let's take this tour upstairs. Alright, we saw all of that. Now let's check this all out. Looks like a lot of carnival games. Here they have an old classic tap dancers platform with a tap dancing mannequin who doesn't want to perform right now on top of it. There's a classic photo of someone using that one. Tons and tons of fairs, circuses, festivals, you name it. This looks like this is part of the research department for the Showmen Society. Oh, cool! The miniature carnival. My friend Shannon was telling us when we did that vlog on Blinky that Blinky had a miniature carnival that he used to get paid to take everywhere. That is so cool. Look how long this is. Well, you can see Scott all the way at the end of it, so that's how long the miniature carnival is. Holy cow. Some nice clown art. It is crazy, you know, like my friend Shannon said in that video, because Blinky was a clown, he said, you know, it's only like the last decade or 2 decades that people are afraid of clowns. They used to love clowns and idolize clowns, and like he said, when he was a kid, clowns were like heroes. And this is just all part of that massive carnival still. Look at all the rides. Everything you can think of they have. Then of course the old famous get your airbrush t-shirt. Anything you want on there. That was a great novelty. And then over here we have the Pinball Derby. So you hit the ball up there like you're playing pinball to move your horses, because those are actually all racing horses. This is so fun to see this place. Oh, neat. These are all old photo booths. How neat are those? I assume these are all prizes that you could have won. The history of how the Devil's Bowling Alley got its name has been lost to time. This game even predates the invention of electricity, as the metal hand crank on the side attests to. The object was to turn the handle, which brought the numbered wooden balls to the top of the device. The balls would then spill out the top, rolling down the long alley. Out the top, roll down the long alley. The player selected one of the balls cascading down the narrow wooden chute and handed it to the waiting operator. The operator would check the player's number against those of the numbered prizes. Oh, okay. So you'd crank this doohickey. One of these numbered balls would come rolling out of here. Woo! And you just grab one and you got a prize no matter what. Pitch till you win. So that was basically a ring toss. You just ring toss until you won a prize. All the fun little prizes that you could get, the knick-knack stuff, an ankle chain. And then of course the famous basket game where you have to try and get a ball to fall into the basket. Those are the little puppet things that you'd knock down when you threw the ball at them. Spill the milk. Oh. Spill the milk. I never knew that's what it was called. I guess spill the milk was when you tried to throw a softball into the milk, those giant milk cans. Huh. Bob's Space Racers. I'm guessing on this one, since you're trying to make the racers go to the top, I'm guessing on this one you hammer down on these things like that to make the rocket take off. And then fool the guesser. Guess your age or guess your weight. So you'd sit on the chair. Oh boy. And here we have the old spin the wheel, called the 6-wheel. That Ferris wheel is still going. This place is pretty freaking amazing, I gotta say. What kind of circus is this? Cheech and Chong's? This place was really a lot of fun. If you guys are anywhere near Gibsonton, you should definitely check this place out. Holy cow, look how skinny I am. All right, Scott, we finally got to tour it. You'd always wanted to. What was your thought on the museum?
Dream. That was a dream in there. It was just a spectacle. It was a 360 experience that it was all the music and all that. It was great. Good fairground, good carny art, and lots of artifacts. And I'd come back here every time I'm here, definitely.
As we walk around the back, we notice they have just all kinds of trailers and all kinds of different stuff from different circuses and carnivals and festivals. So we're gonna look around. All kinds of stuff out here. It's from the Carvel Brothers show. There's a bumper car, part of the Frisbee golf course. It's even called the Carney Disc Golf Club. They've got, oh, check this out. There's part of a carousel horse. There's another one right over here. Oh, look at that. Speaking of tilt-a-whirl, we saw a ton of in there. It's pretty interesting. I love the idea of using these for that kind of stuff. These are like the doors from the Gravitron. with some of the bulbs. Some of the bulbs are still on there. How crazy is that? Here's a scrambler. Stuffed animal, guaranteed, shoot till you win. I love this. They decorated some of the Frisbee golf stuff with old signs too. Red fishy wins, pitch till you win. We're out here walking through Jurassic Park. Oh, I see something else up here. Right over here by the little pond. Of course you have boats. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed our vlog today. This was a lot of fun for me. If you're new around here, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications. Go to Scott's channel, Dearly Departed Online, and want to thank Janine Seek, Amy Pope, and Stacy K for becoming my newest Patreons. Thank you to help support these travels and adventures. We'll see you all next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.